Hello, welcome you guys to the third season of Dear Chiquis in our very brand new studio. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. And Dear Chiquis is where you guys leave me your questions and I respond with my honest opinions, advice. I do want to remind you guys, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I just give advice from the bottom of my heart like a big sister would. So let's kick off this first episode of the third season, you guys, with Jenny.
Hi, Chiquis. I wanted to ask you on what you think I should do with the little problem I have. My sister and my boyfriend don't talk. She is my older sister, my only sister, and he is my boyfriend of 4 years. Prior to me and my boyfriend becoming a couple, him and my dad had an argument, and thankfully they were able to stomp it out, make amends, and now they have a beautiful relationship together that I love and appreciate. However, my sister is, in my opinion, holding on to a problem that doesn't really correspond to her. And when I first confronted her on why she doesn't talk to him, she stated that it was because of that. It was because of the problem that he had with my dad. And she also explained to me that my brother-in-law is mainly the one telling her, not to forgive my boyfriend and not to have a relationship with him. But it causes a lot of problems. It causes me a lot of pain. My sister recently got married and my boyfriend wasn't invited, and it made us feel some type of way. I know it definitely made him feel some type of way. And I just don't want to have this tension when my sister and my boyfriend can't be around each other. So what do you advise me to do?
Jenny. Look. Anyone that loves you, your boyfriend, your dad, he made amends with your boyfriend, your sister, they want you to be happy. And they need to respect whatever decision you make. With that being said, I definitely feel that you need to speak up. I think you need to tell your sister, look, I love this guy and I want it to work and I love you and I want you guys to get along. So set something up where you guys can meet together, all three of you, and just squash it. Because like you said, the only person it's causing pain to is yourself. And if your sister loves you and this is your only sister, I can just imagine how you feel. She needs to put whatever resentment to the side for it to dissipate, to disappear, because that's also causing her pain. She doesn't realize it, but it's also causing her a weight that she is carrying that she is not allowing her to move forward in any way, you know what I mean? Especially with you. And it's just what's going to happen if she doesn't, want to fix things with your boyfriend, it's going to push you away. And I don't think she wants that. So I definitely advise you to speak up and have them meet. It's time. If your dad already forgave him, if they're good, then your sister needs to let it go. And I'm sorry, but your sister's husband needs to mind his own business because this is a situation between you and your sister needs to be able to make her own decisions. So I really, really, really hope that you guys can talk, Jenny, because I'm telling you, I've been through that and it sucks. It sucks so bad. And you feel uncomfortable and you feel caught between a hard place and a rock. And I just really pray that you guys are able to fix this. Okay. So that is my advice. Do it sooner rather than later, girl, because this is no way to live. Okay. Thank you so much for your question. Now we're going to move on to Jess.
Hi, Chiquis. Thank you so much for having this option for us to communicate with you. I love listening to you. You've taught me so much, and I've learned how to incorporate certain tips and tricks that you give to us into my life. And just to kind of give you a short story of what's happened, the last 18 months, I've been admitted into the hospital about 6 times. I've had a surgery and I've been on 9 rounds of antibiotics. So as you can tell, it's put a strain on my mental health, my physical health. I had lost 65 pounds naturally, and then I got this condition called diverticulitis, and now I'm suffering with PCOS. I feel like my health has always been challenging just because I feel like in the Mexican community, not a lot of people take their health very serious until they're dying or get admitted. So I'm just what can I do? How do I stay motivated? And I know I have so much hospital debt. I have so many medications that I have to take. I have to go to so many specialists to get my health back on track. But how do you stay motivated through all these things? Like, I have support from my boyfriend, fortunately, but it's hard when you don't have your family to be there for you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening to my story.
Oh, Jess. Well, first of all, you're very welcome. It is my absolute pleasure to have this option for you guys, and it makes me feel good to help you guys. So, thank you for your question. And you do have a lot going on, a lot on your plate. And the fact that you're reaching out, I know that you are like ready. You want to make this change. I get it, not having the support from your family. You know, I have the support from my siblings, but like my extended family that hurt me a long time ago until you learn to accept, you know what? I need to focus on the people that do love me, the people that are there for me. So thank goodness you have a partner that loves you and supports you. So make sure that's the first thing I want to tell you is instead of like being sad about those that don't support you, like really just try to focus and be grateful for whoever does, whoever's there for you. Honestly, having an attitude of gratitude goes a very, very long way. So that's one thing. I think every day you should wake up and say, God, I am here. What am I grateful for today? I woke up. I am finding a solution to my health, and don't worry about the debt right now. As far as like, you know, I know that that's a lot, but don't worry about that right now. Just focus on doing what you got to do to get your health straight, to get your health back on track, like you said, and do whatever you can. I always tell you guys, meditate, prayer, that just helps you so much. Reading a positive book, reading just takes your mind somewhere else. So if you can find a good book that just helps you just get your mind off of everything, that's going to help. If you're able and you have the energy to work out, start sweating. That's going to help you. Walk on the treadmill. You don't have to run. You don't have to do anything strenuous. Just stuff to start moving your body to get that energy flowing through your body is going to also help a lot. So those are the three things that I recommend, like 911, because I get it. I totally understand, especially with the whole family thing. But girl, you got your man and he loves you. So make sure you just tell him every day that you are grateful. And the more that we say that we're grateful, the better we feel. It's crazy. But just, you know, write down every day 3 things that you're grateful for. Okay. And I'm hoping that everything gets better. And I want to hear from you again. Okay, Jess? So te mando un abrazote. I hope you feel better. And thank you so much for your question again. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to go with Maria's question.
Hi, Chiquis. I am from Indio, California. And my question to you is, what does self-love mean to you?
Oh, Maria, I like that question. Just straight to the point, huh? So self-love, to me, some people get the wrong idea of self-love as being selfish. It's being self-centered. That is not the case. It's really putting yourself first. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you're not okay, how are you going to be able to be there for other people? If you are emotionally not okay, if you are not physically okay, then you're not able to give your best to anyone. So for me, self-love is self-care, taking care of yourself, taking a bath. Honestly, like, it's crazy how just on a Sunday, turning on some candles, reading a book, laying in the bath with some Epsom salt, just detoxing your body and your mind, it just helps like set the tone for the rest of the week. You know, I usually like doing that on Sundays. But just stuff like that, like really also a part of self-love and self-care is setting boundaries. That is huge, you guys. And it's so difficult to do, but setting boundaries with people that no longer serve your highest good, that aren't loving you for who you are, who are judging or criticizing you. It could be anyone where you're just like, you know what, hasta aquí. I am not putting up with this mistreatment or with the way you're acting, how you're making me feel. Boundaries are amazing. That's part of self-love, self-care. Anything that's going to make you feel better so that you are able to give yourself to people as your best self, if that makes sense. So that is my definition. There's so many other things, but to me, those are the things that came to mind right now. So I hope that helped, okay? And thank you for your question, Maria. And now we are going with Pamela's question.
Hi, Chiquis. I am a new business owner and entrepreneur. I have a couple questions for you, business related. I am struggling to find a work-life balance and kind of having like my own me time and separating everything else from work because I'm so consumed with work. So my first question is, how do you balance that? My second and important question is, I know that you have a bunch of businesses and I'm sure you might have partnerships. So I was just wondering, what are some tips with creating a partnership agreement? What are some of your non-negotiables? And my last question for you is kind of going back with the other question, like how do you balance that work-life relationship, especially with your partnership? All right, that's basically it. Thank you so much, Chiquis.
Ooh, this is I'm gonna tell you because just the other day, Emilio, my partner, was telling me that I'm a bit of a workaholic, and I am. But I feel that I do very well with balancing my career and my personal life because it's super important to me. I think the best thing and the best advice that I can give you is really telling yourself, okay, I'm gonna work from 10 to 6 p.m. And after that, I'm going to focus on my health, on my partner, as far as like a romantic partner. I think it's super important to do that because if not, you're going to get so consumed and you're going to start resenting your business or your work. So you have to really be adamant and intentional about just saying, here on Sundays, I'm not doing anything that has to do with work because I need to go see my family. I need to spend time with whomever, go shopping, whatever's going to make you feel happy to find that balance. So first of all, that's on you. Like it's on us. And sometimes I do find myself going more onto like the work where I'm like, I find myself being on my phone a little bit too much. But I think if you just vocalize that to the people around you, because you want to be present. That's another thing. Like I want to be present. So sometimes I'm like, okay, wait, hold on. Let me put my phone down. You have to remind yourself to do that. Okay. It's an everyday thing. Every day will be different. But the more that you tell yourself, I want to find balance. I need the balance. I want to work and I want my business to be successful, but you don't want to get to the point where you get so exhausted, you can't be there for yourself or for anyone else, okay? So really find that time frame where you're working and also a day where you're just completely off, you know? And as far as partnerships, yes, I have partnerships. I'm so lucky to have great partners. I'm very transparent. I think the main thing is being very honest from the very beginning, setting the foundation with them and saying, here, this is the type of partner I am. This is what I bring into the partnership, and respect each other. And a lot of these people are my friends. So it's like when we're speaking business, it's business. And we don't let one thing bleed into the other, into the friendship, you know? So that could be a little difficult to manage. But I think once you just set it straight, it's like, this is something that, for instance, a non-negotiable for me is if you're not going to show me and be transparent with me numbers, I'm not having it. I should be able to ask at any time, what do our numbers look like? What are our sales looking like? And it should be given to you right away. Every partnership is different. I'm that type of partner that I'm the one that pushes. I'm the marketing. I'm creative, and my partners take care of all the numbers and all like the real like day-to-day things, which I completely am so grateful for. So it all just depends. It's just really setting down the foundation from the very beginning, being 100% honest and saying, you know what, like with one of my really good friends, Vanessa, who I have a shampoo line with, it was, look, we're not going to ever let the business affect our friendship. And if we ever find that happening, if that's starting to happen, then we're going to close the partnership on the business side and continue with our friendship. So we set that down from the very beginning. So I hope that made sense. And I hope that I was able to help you. But congratulations. I know that you said that you are a business owner, so te deseo todo lo mejor con eso. So you guys, thank you so much, especially to Jenny, to Jess, to Maria, and to Pamela for your questions and for helping us kick off the third season of Dear Chiquis with video, you guys. I hope that my advice helped you and was encouraging, and I love hearing from you guys, and also updates. So don't forget to send me your updates, you guys. And if you'd like me to help with any of your issues, those of you that are listening or watching, head over to speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast, okay? And leave me your question. Gracias a todos. Los quiero mucho y besitos. This is a production of iHeartRadio and My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcasts and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS, For more podcasts, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.